Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series.
Hey guys, it's Adam here, and I have a package. Now this isn't like any new item or anything. In fact, I'm sure you already know what it is because of the title of the video. But I got it, and I wanted to share this story to anyone who might be interested, and just show you guys what's inside the box. So basically, here's what happened. A few months ago, like in early October of 2013, I was looking into getting some more Sega Saturn games, Japanese Sega Saturn games specifically, and I found this dude who was selling a lot of penny auctions, which are exactly what they sound like. You know, the guy prices something at 1 cent and just hopes it sells, that people outbid each other, and he makes at least a couple bucks. So I kept watching these, and for the most part, nobody was buying any of them. So I just decided, okay, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and bid on a bunch of them and see which ones I win. So everything in here, for the most part, I got for 1 cent a piece. There was a few that I paid a couple dollars for. I think the most I paid for one was like $5. I don't really remember, and that leads me into the next part here, which is, like I said, that was early October. So after I won these items, and it was time to pay up, I was presented with the shipping, and I was told, okay, you can ship it overnight, which will cost like $130. Didn't want to do that. I could airmail it, normal, which would be like, it would take like a month, and they said it would cost like 60 bucks. Or I could ship it by boat, and that would take like 2 or 3 months, and it would cost like 20 bucks. And I was like, well, there's not much sense in, you know, paying that much for shipping, because then you're no longer getting any kind of deal, and I'm in no real rush to, you know, play these anime games that pop, for the most part, that showed up. So I said, all right, the hell with it, I'll ship it by boat. And yeah, that was a long time ago, and I completely kind of forgot about it. And it just showed up. So I'm happy that it's here, finally. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, and I'll do my best to, you know, say what each game is, but you know, I don't know what to expect really, because honestly I don't remember which ones I bought, and I don't know how many are gonna have enough English on them where I can actually tell you what they are, but I will try. They're all Japanese exclusive games. None of these came out in Europe or the US, which was a big part of why I picked them. I'm kind of trying to get my hands on as many of the Sega Saturn titles as possible. Not an easy goal. But I don't want to get titles that were released you know, in my region in another region. So what that means is, like, I don't want to get, you know, like say a Japanese copy of Sonic Jam. Like, I don't need that. I have the US version, or a US version exists. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I like to do it. So my region of choice is the US because that's where I am. And the second choice is Europe, because at least there, even if it never came out here, you know, at least you get, usually you get English language options as well. Even if it's a game that's not important, like a fighting game or something, I still prefer to have the English option. So really the only ones I ever get from Japan are exclusive titles. Now, it's going to go without saying that a lot of these games are probably nothing special, hence they're penny auctions. But people don't typically know how many titles came out for the Saturn in Japan. In the US it was like 240, you know, in Europe I think there's only like 32 games in Europe that came out there that didn't come out here, and then there was a bunch that came out here that didn't come out there, so they've got somewhere around like 240. But Japan has like 1,400 or 1,200 games that were released. It's ridiculous how much more popular it was over there. So yeah, how many of these are worth playing? Probably not a whole lot. But it really wasn't particularly expensive, as I recall, including the shipping. I don't think I paid more than like 60 bucks for this whole thing, if even that. So let's dive in, shall we? Now, this is packed, it seems like it's packed okay. There's a lot of tape on it, so I'm a little concerned about how, well, actually this seems like it's going to open really easy. So, pop that. I spoke too soon. Shouldn't have done that. And we continue. Just notice the postmark here. This was shipped out on October, looks like 13th? Yeah, that was a while ago. I was actually kind of worried there for a while because I kind of had forgotten about it for like a month, and then I remembered it again. I was like, it still hasn't shown up, and I was nervous, and I thought maybe I had lost it, but yeah. So the first thing I see is a big piece of cardboard. Not super useful. Wow, these are all individually wrapped. Okay, so I'm just going to go and try to open as many of these as possible here. This is probably going to take a little while, so if you want to pause and go get a drink, I'll completely understand. Or if you want to stop watching. Although I wouldn't like that, but you're free to do whatever you like. Okay, so in this first little bubble mailer we have... Yeah, this dude did an amazing job. He sealed it up individually and then sealed them again in another layer of plastic. Okay, yeah, you might really want to go get that drink. Okay. Alright, and taped up that. Okay, here's our first batch. We have the Cavini, no idea. We have Mobile Gundam Side Story 3. This has like a nice, cool like book art type of packaging. I have absolutely no idea. Something made by Hudson. If you can speak Japanese or read Japanese, you'll do me a huge favor if there's a game I don't know the name of, if you'd help me find it. Because I don't even think these are in my eBay records anymore, because that was so long ago. So it's going to be really hard for me to like title these things. So if you know how to read Japanese, please, I'm begging you, help me out. Anybody know what that is? Dinosaur Island. No idea. This one is called Virtua Photo Studio. I don't know. It says, it looks like there's an 18 and over warning on it, so ooh, tawdry game, I'm sure. Mobile Suit Gundam something. I don't know. Some of these are going to be really hard to look up. Some of them will be okay. Blazing Tornado. Pretty Fighter X. This is actually one of the harder ones to get. Not hard, but like, I know this game typically sells for a little bit more than most Japanese games. A lot of Japanese Sega Saturn games are really cheap, so that's always cool. Okay, I have no idea what this is. The only thing I can read is, watch out, ha ha ha, what a funny show, okay, let's go. I'm going to get you. That's just text on the front, but I have no idea what it means. And there's some random white dude on the back speaking Japanese. Anybody? Anybody know what that is? I sure don't. Melty Lancer. That's a little tip if you're into getting Japanese games. It's really cool that they do this. On one side they print it in Japanese, which makes sense, and on the other side a lot of times they'll write it in English, which is awesome because that really helps us know what the hell we just bought. But there you go. Melty Lancer. Oh god. Toki Meki Memorial Drama Series Volume 1 Nijiro no Sayusen. I don't know. I don't know. This one is called Farland Story. I really wish I knew how to speak and read Japanese. Well, this one looks nice. It's a bigger box. Though something... remix. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Let's take a quick look at this one actually, just because it's a big box. The game is sealed, which is interesting. Oh, and it has the name Yumi Mimi Mix Remix. Yeah, say that 4 times fast. Weird foam insert and like a booklet. And this looks pretty cool, whatever the hell this is. And I'll put it back later. Riglord Saga 2. Mobile Suit Gundam Side Story 1, also in that nice like packaging. And DX Nippon Tokuyuru Royoku game. Oh man, I took Japanese for a summer too, and I still suck at it. Air's Adventure. Well, this one's kind of neat. I don't know what it is, but the packaging is neat. It has clouds on it, and the casing is like clear plastic, so that's kind of neat actually. It does give a real effect of like clouds. That's cool. but I have no idea what the game is. Actually, if anybody knows, anybody, nobody, anybody, whatever. And Sakura Wars Steam Radio Show. You got me. 3x3 Eyes. I have absolutely no idea, which is unfortunate. Please, somebody tell me what that is. If you do know any of the names of these that are in Japanese that I'm asking for help for, can you also put like time code so I know which one you're talking about? Just like with this one, something something the Apocalypse. King the Spirits 2, or Touge King the Spirits 2, according to the back. Touge is not a word I'm familiar with. Eve the Lost One. Wangan Dead Heat plus Real Arrange. Super Robot Wars F, which I think was on the Dreamcast as well. Sakura Wars Hanagumi Tsushin. Lunar Silver Star Story, which has a Sega CD version in the US, which I would like to have, but this is obviously much more affordable. World Advanced. It's probably some sort of war simulator. Yeah, on the back you see the Japanese flag, the US flag, and Nazi Germany flag, so World War Simulator. AI Shogi. No idea. No clue. Somebody help me. It says on the back, since 1987, detective adventure game, Jinguji, series number 6. That's about all I've got to go on. Soul Hackers. Sounds cool. Ge no Kitaro. I'm not even going to try that last word. DXerd. Yukyu Gensoko Yukyu. And I actually took a Japanese course and I still don't really remember how to pronounce any of this stuff. Digital Ange, Dennotsutsen Spiral Story. I should take another Japanese course, I think. I'm not going to re-enroll in school for that, no. DX something 2. I think this is like the board game Life. They made a video game version of it. I think this is just the sequel to that. We have something I have no idea what the hell it is. As per usual. It's made by Atlas, so woo. Gameware Volume 5. And Gameware Volume 4. And that is it, everyone. That's all these random Sega Saturn games. As you can see, it was a hell of a lot of games, and I hope that they all work and that at least some of them are fun. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And again, if you're looking to get into the Saturn, I would suggest maybe looking into some of the Japanese stuff, just because it's so much cheaper. And all you need is like an Action Replay import card, and you're good to go to play them on a US or European Saturn. So, yeah, that's that. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later.